Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the studio. Today we are going to talk about Cardano and Solana, because over the last couple of weeks, Cardano's price hasn't moved at all, while Solana is quickly catching up in terms of overall market cap. So I want to take a minute to talk about this, and also at the end of the video, we're going to go over which one is my personal favorite right now if I had to only pick one of them to invest in. Also, big announcement is that my NFT collection called Only Bears is officially live. So if you want to be entered to win a free NFT, all you need to do is go ahead, follow Only Bears on Twitter, and also join the Discord. I'll put the links in the description down below. And the second big announcement is that for all of the Patreon members who have, been part of that for a while or who just joined now, you are going to be able to buy an Only Bears NFT for 50% off. So in addition to daily live streams, buy and sell alerts, which have yielded 1,500% returns for you guys, well, you're also going to be able to get 50% off on an Only Bears NFT. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew that. Anyways, right now, the overall crypto market is doing pretty well. We're seeing Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a number of coins near all-time record highs, but coins like Cardano haven't really been moving much. So first thing is the overall crypto market is we're seeing that Bitcoin had broken through its all-time high, and now it is still near those record highs. According to Plan B, who is the creator of the stock-to-flow model, who has had a number of precise, crazy accurate predictions with the overall crypto market, he came out and said the other day that when Bitcoin is at an all-time high, the color on this model turns red. It usually stays in all-time high mode, which is red, for a couple of months. And also, in addition to this, historically, whenever we have seen Bitcoin's price break above a mid-cycle high, which means that Bitcoin's price recently broke above highs that we saw in May 2021, we always see this continue to rise higher. We have not seen a single time in the history of Bitcoin we have broken through a mid-cycle high and not continued to new record highs. Now let's talk about Cardano, because Cardano's price really hasn't moved lately. Lately, Cardano's price has been hovering between $2 and $2.30 per coin. People are starting to get a bit frustrated, but a number of analysts recently came out and said that they believe Cardano will outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum in this bull market because of Cardano's enhanced scalability. So this is the first thing I want to go over, because Cardano network has never suffered an outage before. Earlier this year, we saw Solana suffer an outage. Years ago, we saw Ethereum suffer outages. And this is one of the big benefits to Cardano, is that they have never suffered an outage before, and one of their main focuses is on scalability. Even a new upgrade like the Plutus application backend, which is set to roll out and is scheduled for later this month, that is supposed to help promote and ensure scalability on the network. So this is huge because it helps to bring more developers over to building on Cardano if they know there are not going to be any issues and people know they can trust it. So this is good, makes me very bullish. Second point is going to be with that some people say that Cardano was late to smart contracts. Others say that being late was actually a good thing, and I agree with the second argument, that being late to smart contracts is actually an advantage, because according to the Cardano Foundation CEO, he came out and said that he believes that the way they're going about doing things with the Alonzo upgrade with smart contracts is just a bit more mature and responsible. They had been working on this for years, and they did everything possible to ensure that systems won't fail. And this is huge because in my opinion, and I think many people would agree, it's not always important to get the first to market. Yes, that helps, but it's very important for, especially with blockchain technology in general, to have an ecosystem that is reliable, that is secure, that is resilient, that is not going to have major outages or any sort of issues being able to be hacked or anything like that. So with Cardano being late, they said that their top priorities were reliability, resilience, scalability, and all of these things that people are concerned about and worried about with crypto. Those were the three or four things that they had focused on. And that is why it took them a little bit longer to get smart contracts rolled out, but it gave them more time to perfect and work on everything with, building the ecosystem. Third thing is going to be with Cardano receiving massive amounts of institutional investments. Cardano has continued to be one of the top picks among institutional investors, even when the price has been flat. So everyone has been saying Cardano's price has been flat lately, which it has. But the interesting thing here is that a lot of the money is actually being poured into Cardano from institutional investors. We saw over $3 million in inflows from institutional investors last week alone. And this shows me that the people who are getting scared about Cardano, the people that are getting worried, are just the retail investors. The big money players are not getting scared. It is one of their top picks in terms of altcoins still, and these are the people we should be watching. We shouldn't be focused on what the small retail investors are doing because they are more like irrational and emotional with their money. Institutional investors don't. They invest a little bit more. With a little bit more experience, and they don't make irrational decisions. So important to look at that. Lastly, with Cardano is how high the price can go. So one thing that many people don't talk about with Cardano is that over 72% of all Cardano is staked. And what this means is that this is out of the total active Cardano supply, total available supply, 72% is not available to be traded on exchanges. This shows me that a lot of people are betting on Cardano long term. And also, because of simple supply and demand economics, we can see that when there is a lot of demand for Cardano, when we see a little bit of interest in altcoins and we see more money flow in, well, there's not going to be a lot of Cardano available to be bought, meaning it's going to help push Cardano's price up very, very quickly. Some people are saying Cardano's price will reach $4 per coin, $5 a coin. I think this bull market, which ends in early 2022, we could see Cardano's price get as high as $8 to $10 per coin, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. There's no way to know for sure, but I think combining institutional interest, combining scalability, all these new projects being rolled out, and combining the overall crypto market, I think it's very possible we could see an $8 to $10 per coin Cardano. Next up, let's talk about Solana, because Solana has been doing the exact opposite of Cardano recently. Solana's price has moved very quickly up the rankings to the number 6 position in terms of market cap. Right now, it's only behind Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Cardano, and Tether. And it has moved up very quickly, up over 500% in the last 90 days. The thing that I like about Solana is that recently, which we have talked about, it has received a number of big investments into Solana-based projects. Solana-based asset management platform Synchrony recently raised $4.2 million. Solana-based play-to-earn NFT game Monkey Ball raised $3 million. We saw that Genopets, which is another NFT game on Solana, raised $8.3 million. All of these games and all of these projects, it's not important what they are, but it's important that we're seeing institutions pouring millions of dollars into Solana-based projects, showing that they believe on the ecosystem long term. Also, more projects means more people are going to be exposed to the ecosystem, and just shows us that we have a very active, thriving ecosystem being built on Solana. Now let's talk about one of the other advantages, which is with NFTs. So Solana, in my opinion, right now has a pretty big advantage in NFTs compared to Cardano. Really, in my opinion, the way it goes is first is Ethereum has a clear lead in the NFT space, but the second is starting to become Solana. Solana has already had multiple million-dollar NFT sales. Cardano has not had that. So that is one of the main reasons why I think Solana will continue to grow very quickly, because Solana NFTs has there are a number of Solana NFT marketplaces, and also Solana has lower fees. Lastly, with Solana's prices, how high can it go in this bull market? We talked about this article the other day, how it says Solana's price will go to $1,400 per coin. It bases this on this bullish pennant that we see form between July 21st and middle of September, and how if we see the same percent return, it should put us at $1,400 per coin. That is like a theoretical price target, but in my opinion, I think we'd more likely see about a $700 to $800 per coin Solana by the end of the bull market. This is because of Fibonacci levels. This is because I don't think we're going to see it, surpass Ethereum in terms of market cap. And if it got to $1,500 per coin, it would start to become a lot closer to Ethereum in terms of market cap. But either way, if we look at technicals, we look at mass adoption, Solana's looking very good right now. Lastly, let's talk about which coin I would pick if I had to pick one. Would I pick Solana? Would I pick Cardano? So first is obviously I would say invest in both. I'm very bullish on both projects, but if I had to pick one, right now, I'd probably give the advantage to Solana simply because of like 2 or 3 reasons. The first is that Solana has a lower market cap than Cardano. So I think in that sense alone, it already has a little bit more upside. Second thing is that Solana recently has had a lot of positive momentum. It's up over 500% in the last 90 days. And all this positive momentum, I think, will help continue to drive Solana's price higher. Cardano doesn't really have that. And the third thing is that Solana right now has a little bit more of an NFT ecosystem already built out. They already are seeing multiple $million-dollar NFT sales, and Cardano doesn't have that just yet. So I'm very bullish on both projects, but if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick Solana right now. But either way, still investing in both. I'm still going to continue to add to both. But let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you guys.